And we've all done it. I've done it, like, you know what I mean? Especially my guitar journey. But I find the people that, I think it's a good and bad thing, because people that have natural talent, there's people that just have natural talent and they can just do shit easily and whatnot, right? But I find those people don't stick at anything.
Yeah.
Because they haven't had to earn it.
Yeah.
Do you know what I mean? And I find having to earn it, you got to work that a little bit harder, but the reward is just so much more.
Yeah.
You know.
And you appreciate it too, you know, when you work hard for something.
Absolutely.
You know, like, 'cause sometimes natural talent will not take you far.
Yeah.
You know, like,
but the thing is with embodiment and context, if you have the genetics and you have the right mindset, then you become Phil Heath.
yeah, but why
You know?
if you have the genetic?
Yeah.
Like, I've got one of my friends. You probably see him in the gym. He just moved back here from Melbourne. Like, if you see him, you feel like he's on steroids.
Which guy's that? The black.
Yeah, the black guy that come there, muscles like Barbie doll, like.
The muscles like Bobby doll.
Yeah.
Yeah, I think you've seen him.
Yeah, I think he
Yeah,
was there last night, was he?
yeah. He's never been on.
Natural.
He's all natural.
All
Yeah.
natural.
Has he ever competed?
No,
I tell him I want to work with him.
he's
Bring it on.
He's
Justin's
big.
like, bring it on.
Like, from young, he's always been like that.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So imagine someone like that, you know, saying, okay, I've got the body, all this, and now I'm going to start drinking or eating whatever I want.
And that's what I did. To be honest, I was just like, man. And one thing about being an athlete and being a competitive bodybuilder and stuff like that, you are like so disciplined. Like, I remember dieting for shows, and I've been to people's weddings, and I had my chicken and beans on the table.
Yeah.
So
100%. I see that with the competitive athletes. You know, they're very disciplined, like very
and you have to be
disciplined, very
because-
focused.
Yeah, you got to be, because I always think my competitor's doing more than me. And I'm not going to leave anything a chance. I want to step on that stage and I want to know 100% that I could not have done any more.
Yeah.
And then I'm okay with that. You know what I mean? It's like, you get annoyed and whatnot if you don't place as well as you wanted to. But you use that fire and then you come back better.
Do you feel like in situations like that, for example, the way that you eat and the way that you diet, it's like, okay, I can't eat this because, and then, I'm doing a competition, I'm doing a comp, and then people around you, it's okay, you only live once, just eat. It's only a little bit. That's the challenge, right? That's
And
what I find the challenge. And it's like,
people talk about balance.
yeah.
And look, it's total bullshit. You
Yeah.
can't be in balance. It is bullshit.
Yeah.
I remember actually a pro bodybuilder from America. He was a 212 competitor, and he was number 2 or 3 in the world. His name was Jose Raymond. I had a conversation with him at a friend of mine at the time's house, and I said, "What do you think about balance?" And he goes, "Balance is bullshit. I'm trying to be the best in the world." And he goes, "Do you think Tiger Woods is balanced?" And I go, "I don't know, probably not." And he goes, "I know," but he goes, "He's worth 60 million, eh?"
Yeah.
You know what I mean? So he told me that. So it depends on where you're at
in your life. Like my life, I feel is balanced. I balance it, right? But if I was to compete in, say martial arts, I have to be disciplined.
Exactly.
My coaches, you gotta.
I feel like you can have different plates.
Yeah.
But you've got to push your balance one way if you're trying to achieve a goal.
Yeah.
But you know what? It's not just in bodybuilding. I think it's just across the board,
Across
everything in
your
life.
Well,
yeah.
You have to.
Why would you want to be just average at everything? So
100%,
my mindset
yeah.
is like, just be a fucking specialist at what you do.
Yes.
Be a specialist at
Because-
it. Yeah.
You want to be a specialist at what you do, because if you're just average, like, people don't want average. You know what I mean? I'm good at this. I can do this. Okay, I can do that. Okay, but it's like, if you find a niche market and you're good at it, excel it, and then go with it. And that's what my philosophy is. I know where my niche market is, and I try to focus mainly on that area. Yeah, I still have other people in other areas and stuff like that, but I know where my knowledge is, where my passion is as well. Passion makes a big difference, because you're going to put a lot more into it if you're passionate about it.
Yeah.
And
as a human being, like whether man or woman, like having that purpose and knowing your purpose in your life makes it more easier for you to
exactly.
accomplish.
Yeah, absolutely.
And have your targets and
100%.
goals.
I definitely believe that. You definitely got to have a purpose and a mission in life, and
Like-
you got to just be prepared to. Not everyone's going to understand that.
100%.
But you got to understand that you only get one life,